Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Nice to see you. Today we're reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, chapter 22, verse 32. Sanskrit. Barahishmatim nama vibhur yam nirvishya samavasat tasyam pravishto bhavanam tapatraya vinashanam. Translation. Having entered the city of Barahishmati, in which he had previously lived, Manu entered his palace, which was filled with an atmosphere that eradicates the three miseries of material existence. Quoted by Srila Prabhupada. The material world, or material existential life, is filled with threefold miseries. Miseries pertaining to the body and mind, miseries pertaining to natural disturbances, and miseries inflicted by other living entities. Human society is meant for create a spiritual atmosphere by spreading the spirit of Krishna consciousness. The miseries of material existence cannot affect the status of Krishna consciousness. It is not that the miseries of the material world completely vanish when one takes to Krishna consciousness, but for one who is Krishna conscious, the miseries of material existence have no effect. We cannot stop the miseries of the material atmosphere, but Krishna consciousness is the antiseptic method to protect us from being affected by the miseries of material existence. For a Krishna conscious person, both living in heaven and living in hell are equal. How Swayambhuva Manu created an atmosphere wherein he has not affected by material miseries is explained in the following verses. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Dhyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunimilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Srichaitanya Manohishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Svapadantikam Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Bhakta Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. And just one more time. Barihishmatim nama vibhur, vam nirvishya samavasat, tasyam pravishto bhavanam, tapatraya vinasanam. Having entered the city of Barahishmati, in which he had previously lived, Manu entered his palace, which was filled with atmosphere that eradicated the three miseries of material existence. So I think it's very valuable text for us. Actually, for any country, any time, we always feel of miseries and worries like that. But life itself in material world is full of worries and conflicts, always. So we are in conflict with people, with nature. We don't like weather. Someone doesn't like sun, someone doesn't like where there is no sun. And also, we are in conflict with ourselves inside. I'm not beautiful enough, I'm not wealthy enough, I'm not manly, masculine enough, feminine enough, and so on, so many things. And we are in conflict with fate, with karma. We don't like it. Interesting point that I meet poor people and rich people, and both are doesn't satisfy with their own fate or karma. Even you're rich, money is not enough always, somehow or other. Only 2 cars is not enough. Only 3 houses is not enough. Always not enough. So such is our consciousness, the consciousness of conflict. And we often think that it is the conflict consciousness that will be able to resolve all conflict with people. We should, fight with them, conquer, become victorious, and then no conflict. If there is no enemy, if I kill everyone, no conflict whatsoever. In 16th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna said about this, said about demoniac person. You think, yeah, he's my enemy, I just kill him. No enemy, no problem. There's a song, no woman, no cry. No enemy, no problem. So we believe that if we just shout louder, you can see it when we have a conflict with other person. And you can see that they try to outshout each other. So I think that if I shout louder, then I can convince other person. I always be right in front of each other. That we shout like distance of 1 kilometer, and it doesn't work. In psychology, it is said that you should lower your voice. That is kind of manipulation, If you see that another person doesn't listen to you, you should lower voice. And if you lower your voice, the other person will try to hear you. And that's how you can attract attention, not shouting. Some believe that if we just shout louder, then we'll be a winner. And as a result of such thinking, modern families practically do not know how to communicate, just shouting. I always see something like that. They just shouting on each other. The modern person can talk, good words to each other. Happy to see you today. No, you are so nice. After get up, everybody is very jammed like this. But you should say to the person, oh, very nice to see you. You're really beautiful. So peace, pacify each other. That's the secret. But because our consciousness is very conflicting consciousness, we always try to dominate and humiliate, and down other person. And interesting point that although we are trying to do this, down other person, dominate, we expect that other person will do not this. That's such foolish position, Yeah, only I can dominate. That's the point, And you should be happy when I dominate you. You should be happy, you should be happy, you should be happy. We have this on family level, on countries level. Always some country try to dominate other country. Oh, you have not so much weapon. Oh, welcome to club. I will dominate. And you will do whatever I say, and you will be happy by this. So instead of have usual, conversation between people, we just try to dominate. And of course, that brings unnecessary worries into relationships. I'm married for 25 years. And some one of us know, some of you know my wife. She is very active, a real Russian woman. In Russia, we have this saying that Russian woman can stop the horse, running horse, and can enter the house, burning house, house that in the fire. Yeah, they are like that. And my wife is real Russian woman. And there is one thing I understand that if I want to have a happy marriage, I just should serve and protect, and facilitate her service, facilitate her development. And interesting enough, she never dominated me. Although I served her, she never dominated me. He just, served back. And in the Vedas, woman called Stri. Stri means, I forget this English word. Expand, yeah, expand. So whatever you give to your woman, she will expand and give you back. If you give domination, and everything like that, she will multiply it and give you back. And you will have endless conflicts. Endless. And if you serve, give protection and anything like that, she will multiply this and give back respect, service, and so on and so on. That's the secret. Because in the Vedas we can find that there is only one dominator, Krishna. And by his domination, everyone is happy. If I try to be dominator, everyone will be unhappy. Because you can, как будет, you can't compete with Krishna. He's much more powerful than you. But I can compete with you, because we are equal, and I will conquer you like that. So when we try to dominate between each other, there will be only conflicts. Only conflicts. Some with the conflicts in families, the energies of caring, understanding, compassion, been lost. Even in the families. Even in the families. In my city, I play a role of family consultant or, mentor for some couples. And I try to teach them this simple lesson actually. Very simple thing. Just support, serve, inspire, and you will get the most faithful person to you. Because nobody else serve, inspire, everybody just, conquer. Everybody just compete with each other. If in your life only one person, you have only one person. In Hitpagesha it is said, in Kali Yuga, to have a good friend, it's more rare than have a good wife. Good friend is Mitra. Mitra or Sukhrit. It means that one who supports you, who inspires you. It's very rare. And if you support someone, try to help him, he will be very helpful to you and very surrender to you. Because you are only one in his life. Maybe two, that's all. Because anyone people also. Always we get some, trouble from another living entity, always. Then, second one, adhyatmika, worries about your own body and mind. Did I young enough, old enough, beauty enough, healthy enough, wealthy enough? Always worries, always. Even if there is no outside problems, we always can create problem inside of us, always. In Russia, we say that I can give you a fly, and you will create an elephant. I can give you some little problem, and you will create in your own mind, in your own problem's mind, an elephant. Because you add something your own, add some your own problems to this fly. Fly is very, very small. The elephant is quite big. So we always like that. And third one, adidavika. Adidavika, the suffering that demigods and forces of nature bring to us. Cold, hot, warm, headaches, head quakes, yeah? And so on and so on and so on. And if we just open news, some newspaper, we can see all three sources of suffering. There are some countries fighting with each other always. Someone killed someone, weather is not good, climate changed, and people are suffering. People, now they have so much progress in life that practically everyone, at least once in his life, take pills to get rid of anxieties. Anti-stress, what do we have? Depression and so on and so on. Yeah. And I heard that Finland is very prominent to get antidepressants from one side, and from another side, place of most happiest people, they said. That's interesting correlation. I think everyone just in the world should, get this anti-stress, anti-anxiety pill that you have and became happy. So it should be understood that these three kinds of suffering come to us as the consequences of our own bad deeds, of our own bad karma. It's not their fault. There's a very simple law. If I have a problem, then that is my problem. And yeah, I can find those one who, blame by me for this problem, but it will not solve the problem, isn't it? In psychology, it is called focus of control. If you're focused on control on another person, you will never change, you will never solve problem, because you can't change another person. The only one you can change is yourself. So this focus should be moved to yourself. And only then you can change your life, because you can change your own attitude and your own habits and so on, your own karma, we can say. Therefore, there is no point in fighting the source of the problems, because we are the source, actually. Another person who brings us some problem is just an indicator. There is one story in the Puranas. There was one widow, and the only she had was her son, and she loves him very much. Once her son came to the forest for some wood for fire, and snake bite him, and he died. And some villagers saw this picture that this boy was
Bitten.
bitten by the snake. So they catch the snake, they take the body of this boy and bring it to the mother and tell her, yeah, he's dead. And mother was very sorrowful. Her only treasure in life died. She sit there and crying. And the villager said, we know the cause of the problem. It's snake. She bites him. She is the reason. Should we kill the snake? And in this way, snake understand that, the thing go wrong. And she said, it's it's Sanskrit snake. She can speak. Wait a minute. It's not my blame, it's not my fault, I was ordered by this to do so. Yamaraj came to me. Yamaraj is god of death. On the next week we will have Yama Panchaka. Yamaraj came to his sister Yamuna Devi for 5 days. So the snake said, Yamaraj told me you should buy this boy. What can I do, the snake said. How can I, reject order of Yamaraj? He is practically, ultimate authority in this material world, god of death. What can I do? So if you want to blame someone, please go to Yamaraj. And already whole the village, was there because, something happening. There was no television, no internet. So some news story and everyone gathering there. And everyone's saying, yeah, Yamaraj, what he's doing, Why he do this? It's only, treasure for this woman. Her only son. It's heartless, Yamaraj. And they start to, criticize Yamaraj. And Yamaraj appeared there. What's the problem? Oh, it's you who ordered this snake to bite this boy, you kill him. And then Yamaraj said, it's not my fault. The time personified, Kala Purush came to me. Kala Purush is form of the Lord. Came to me and said, it's time for this boy to die. You should arrange it. And I do this. So if you want to blame someone, please go to the Kala Purush, to the time personified. Yeah, this time. Oh, at least we found, one who is guilty. and the rioters start, there was transpirate, everything like that, time, come here, Yeah, and Kala Purush came there. What's the problem? You killed this boy, and so on and so on and so on. And smiling, Kala Purush told them, I'm just time. So it was just time for him to have reaction for his own deeds in the past. What can I do? So if you want to blame someone, it's here. Lay down. We have this habit, always find someone who's guilty. Not us. Always find someone who is guilty. But actually, if we are suffering, it seems that we are the reason for our own suffering. If we have a vibhauti, adhyatmic, adhidaivic, if we have suffering from another person, from another living entity, from nature and from our own body or mind, we are the reason. We created in the past. We created. Therefore, there is no point in fighting the source of these worries. There is no point to fighting, this bad weather, isn't it? Just take, good health. Maybe hot tea. And do your job. Chant Hare Krishna and just continue to do right thing. And after some time you will get right results. That's all. It is necessary to pay attention to the cause, our conflict consciousness. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, it said, Kripaya bhutajam dukham daivam jakyat samadhina atmajam yoga hiryana nidram sattva nishayavaya. By showing compassion and not envying anyone, person can get rid of the suffering caused by other living beings. So if you have suffering from other living beings, here is a method. You should be compassionate, you should not envy. Because previously you was not compassionate. And you have envy. Therefore, you have enemies. By meditating in a trance, he will be able to eliminate the suffering that providence sends. Providence means this thing that we cannot change, weather and earthquakes and such thing. And by practicing Hatha Yoga, Pranayama, and other similar methods, he will be able to get rid of the worries caused by his own body and mind. Similarly, by strengthening the influence of the mode of goodness, especially in relation to food, one must conquer sleep. It's very important to take food and mode of goodness. Because when we eat something, we create our own body. First, gross body, then subtle body. And I heard that every 7 years, somehow cells of our body changed, because some cells dying and new cells, creating, and after 7 years, approximately, our cells are changing, reviving. So I am a vegetarian about 30 years. How many times my body has changed?
4 times.
4 times. Yeah. Very good. So therefore, food is very, very important. One can get rid of antibiotics or suffering caused by other beings by developing compassion and getting rid of envy. So a person should train himself. Yeah. Подтверждение. Approved. Yeah. And if you say something and somebody is sneezing, in the Vedas it is said that it's approved. Yeah, get rid of envy. No envy. Be compassionate. We should train ourselves like that. To show compassion. We should train to do this. We don't have this habit now. But we should just train ourselves. Do this regularly. Do something good for other people. And not only people, for other living entities. A person should train himself to eat in such a way that for this he does not have to kill another living entities. So to be a vegetarian is not only about health. If you are a vegetarian, you do not eat anyone else, it means that you will one day conquer the problem caused by nature and caused by another living entities. Because you do not eat them, they do not eat you. There was one Buddhist story, in Bengal there is lots of Kali temple. There will be Kali Puja in next week, I think. Yes. Because there was Amavasya, and Amavasya usually is for dedicated for Kali Puja. And lots of goat will be killed. Lots of. They have scissors there. Yeah, it's rivers of blood will be there. Kill the goats, and they sacrifice these goats to the Kali. So once one Brahmana, he was, used in such kind of tamasic sacrifice. He catch some goats, and already was prepared to kill him, and he saw that this goat was crying. So Brahman told him, "Don't cry in next life, because you will be, sacrificed to Kali. Next life, you will get better life. Maybe you will be a human." And this gods answered him, "I'm not crying for myself. I'm crying for you." The Brahmana was very surprised. Why? How do you think who was I am in previous life? Who? Brahmana. And I also killed a goat. So you would be a goat in next life. I will be Brahmana. And just like circle cycling, life after life. Therefore, I'm crying for you. You're a stupid Brahmana. Whether man considers himself the master of everything that surrounds him, therefore he considers himself entitled to torture or kill another living entities. I have a right to do so. He does not know that for killing innocent animals, material nature will subject him to punishment. He also will be killed. That's the subtle reason for wars in human societies. This sin of killing innocent animals accumulated, and when this sin accumulated enough, war starts. And I think I'm living for 46 years in this world, in this body. And I don't remember even 1 year in my life that I do not hear about war in any place of the world. Always. They always kill each other. Always. In big or small scale. Because we eat animal. And this karma accumulated, and when karma accumulated enough, we starting to kill each other for this karma, for eliminate this karma. People are most, you can say, intelligent between all the animals. That doesn't mean we should exploit them. It means that we should take care of them and help them to, have some spiritual advancement. Animals can't have spiritual advancement by their own. They can't chant japa. They can't, offering food. Therefore, we should do this for them. Feeding them prasadam. Sometimes, just like once Srila Prabhupada taking prasadam and he saw that ant, walking right across the table in front of Srila Prabhupada. And with very serious face, Srila Prabhupada get near to him and said, "Now, foolish ant, chant Hare Krishna." With full compassion, because what kind of sin you created in your past lives that you will become, such a unimportant living entities, and nobody even acknowledge their existence. When we walk around, we don't, pay attention to them. They are so unimportant and are very unimportant. That's the point. So the mass killing of animals is the main cause of wars in the world. Srila Prabhupada said like that. The political and national causes of conflicts are just external causes. Just external causes. The main reason is envy. and tendency to commit violence to each other. And this thing that is in our heart. The cure for adhyatmika or is immersion to in meditation or trance of self-awareness. It is impossible to avoid suffering completely. Prabhupada said this in commentary. Practically impossible, but you can learn how to properly address to the problem and how to use suffering to promote our spiritual progress. And how can we do this? By meditating. We know that in Kali Yuga, the best way of meditating is to hear holy name of the Lord. Because if you try some other meditation, you will just get sleepy. And there will be another mantra. Sneezing mantra. And another way to meditate is to study scriptures. In Sanskrit, when you study scriptures, in Sanskrit it is called Svadhyaya. The Sanskrit words means study of your own self. Of course, you can open book on psychology and try to study yourself from psychology perspective. But when you open Shastra, when you open Vedas, you will study yourself from that perspective. That's much more higher. Psychologists are not perfect. I'm a psychologist. I have a university education on psychology. And psychologists always also, drunkards and anything like that. And lots of psychologists ending up in, the special house for the people who are not very good with themselves, have some psychological problems. But when you study yourself from Krishna perspective, you will always get very bright, enthusiastic point of view. Because that's the way Krishna sees us. We are full knowledge, bliss, and we are eternal. That's the Krishna perspective on us. I'm suffering here, I'm too old, too young, and too rich, too poor, but Krishna always sees eternal bliss and happiness and knowledge. That's the Krishna perspective. So when you meditate on yourself by study Bhagavad Gita or Srimad Bhagavatam, you will eliminate the suffering caused by adidayvika or by fate, by your own karma. There's another very good verses in Srimad Bhagavatam. Atraspashastu kaunteya shudoshna sukha dukkada agama paino nityastam stitikshasva bharata yam hina vyakhayanti ate purusham purusharashava samadukha sukham dhiram samvita tvaikalpade pasanapunti happiness and sorrow come and go, alternating like winter and summer. They arise from the contact of the senses with object of perception. O descendant of Bharata, therefore one must learn to patiently endure them, remaining unperturbed. O Master one, he who is not disturbed by joys and tribulations, who always remains calm and unperturbed, is truly worthy of liberation. The ability not to lose focus on purpose of life and ability to remain immersed in truths of absolute truth in any situation leads to liberation from suffering. So we should, by spiritual practice, we should develop this kind of, attitude. Winter came, no problem. Summer came, no problem. My focus is absolute truth. all this, problem, yeah, they come and go. When problem come, just wait, good time will come. When good time come, just wait, bad time will come. What's the use to focus on this, changing, always changing, problems and goods and life? Just focus on what not changed, absolute truth. And your consciousness became also not changed. So if we saw great devotees, their consciousness is very focused. Hare Krishna. Maybe there are some questions. Please, I'm sorry for my English. I'm not practicing for quite maybe a year already. I wasn't here about a year maybe. So I'm sorry. I hope you understand at least something what I said. Hare Krishna, maybe some questions. Yeah.
There is major, very much people believe that there is a book. There is a book called Bible, and they say that it's the truth. And it didn't say that there was an Adam and Eve who made a mistake, and therefore we all suffer because of their mistake. So does this apply to this conflict concept?
Yeah, it's kind of, attempt to make some other person ответственный, как сказать, responsible for your own suffering. It's useless. When you try to, blame someone else, it's useless because he will just reject your blame. It's your problem. That's all. Therefore, I don't really accept this kind of logic. When someone else should be blamed in my problem. I don't know if this is an answer.
Thank you very much for the lecture.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. I was wondering if you had any advancing thoughts on how to get rid of envy.
Yeah, very nice question. How to get rid of envy? Because it's always in the heart. Always. Why? Why he have new car? So, the first answer is to serve to others. First answer. Especially to serve to someone who have much more advanced than you in spiritual. Because by this service you will get blessings. Envy is a sign of that we are in mood of good ignorance or just passion. And when we serve pure devotee, we get rid of this goodness. And to conquer envy became much more easier. That's the first thing. Another thing is that is my personal instrument, to develop philosophical understanding why everything happened like that and not another way. I'm astrologer, so I consulted lots of people and lots of rich people. And you can't even imagine their problem. Our problem, not enough money. You know what's their problem? That his concurrent, try to kill him. That is the reality. I know a person like that. What can I do? And after consulting him, I called to my wife and said, "We are okay, Nobody trying to kill us. that is the reality when he's living, you know. Yeah, rich house, you know, cars and so on and so on. But his wife hates him because he doesn't have enough money. Children hate him also because he's too much in working, you know. He do not spend time with them when they was young. And they are very ungrateful. They hate him. Where is my new iPhone? And others already get it. iPhone 17. You know? Yeah, the poor people get 16. The real guys get 17 already, you know. But that doesn't have it, you know. I hate you. That is the reality. So if you have this philosophical, how to say, addressing to reality, and we became more and more, less and less, we can say. and also, even to these rich persons and so on, you should serve, you should do something good. And if you serve to some person, envy, you know, will be vanished away. So that is my instrument. That's what I do. Service, then philosophical understanding why everything happens like that. Because yeah, maybe he have lots of money, but there is something that he rejects to get this money. It's maybe family, maybe health, physical or mental health. So many problems maybe there. They just show up that, you know, we are very respectful and very successful and so on and so on. But actually, I never saw a happy person. Happiness is not dependent on wealthy, healthy, like that. I mean, wealth. It's not that if you have, you know, very expensive suit, you have a automatically very good family life, you know, everything all right in your life. No. I don't have a suit. I never in my life wear a suit. Only once during wedding. Yeah. Someone give it to me. I don't buy it. Some other person give it to me because I think I shouldn't spend money for this. I never like it. But still, I think I'm a happy person. And continue changing, also continue your spiritual life, your healthy weakness. Is that answering?
Yes, very much. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. When we should stop? Already? Okay. Gata Lakshmi Bhagavad Gita ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada Patit Pavan.